I liked you better with glasses.
Too bad. I like me better without them.
Hey, pretty fans! Welcome to another episode of the Better with Glasses podcast. I am your host, Vicky Mazalia, and with me is Casey.
Hey, hey.
And we are here because unexpectedly on Friday of last week, it's now Sunday, we got some unexpected The Summer I Turned Pretty official posts.
The poster done come out.
Like the third poster came out.
The blue poster came out.
The blue poster.
Because as we all know, loving him was blue.
Loving him was so not blue.
Something was blue, though. What was blue?
Losing him was
Losing
blue.
him was blue.
Like
the color blue. And then it gets red, but the poster is blue.
he's just learning the lyrics to this song here.
I know the lyrics because you play the song a lot.
Yep.
No big deal. No big deal. Great
Yep.
track. Great track.
Yeah. So,
We really need to do a music episode one of these days. We've been talking about like the songs that we think will be in season 3, and like all the time it's like, hey, what about this person or this song? And like we should really start writing them down and blah blah blah.
well, we've promised to do that episode. So that episode is going to happen.
It will maybe live.
Mm,
Don't say. I don't know. Maybe live.
maybe live.
Um,
Okay. So, Friday, I should have expected something to come out because Friday was what, hun? June 20th.
the first day of summer
The first day of summer.
officially.
Which was interesting because before the season 2 stuff came out, they posted an ominous like picture of a calendar with the infinity necklace on a date and it said
I remember that.
official summer.
I remember that.
Before then, I really didn't know when summer started. So there you have it. Now, I'm going to give you credit because Friday, I was so busy editing and trying to get up Delaria and
Noah.
Noah. And we were like a little bit delayed on that. And then you had to come meet me at a coffee shop.
I pulled up for literally 4.5 minutes. She was outside working at the coffee shop. I was like in the vicinity. I came by, grabbed the computer, headphones, bop, 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 beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, boop, boop. And I was like, all right, gotta go. Love you.
I called you our music engineer. So I said, our music engineer needs to stop by and drop this in so we can post it. But we did post it. So thank you for all the love on that pod.
Good reviews on that one.
Yeah.
Thank you. That reminds me, I don't say it much, but if you do like the podcast, leave us a rating or review on Spotify and Apple. It means a whole bunch. And
5
I
stars.
see them and I really appreciate them. So thank you.
Thanks, guys. So what that brings me to is the fact that we were doing that, and then I came home and I had some meetings, and then I had like a meeting with our accountant. And Casey was in the world and texts me lemon jelly belly.
I did.
So this was one of the first times that you lemon jelly bellied me.
Yes. And I'll give you the highlights.
Yeah, so what happened? Like, what did you see first? The post or
Well,
how did you see
the
it?
algorithm's locked in. Not a lot, but I guess when the big news comes, they know where it's got to go.
Okay.
You know? So I opened up Instagram, first thing on there,
No shit.
official Summer I Turned Pretty poster. And I knew it was new. I knew it was different. And I was like,
Huh.
damn. And it's from the official place and it says 8 minutes ago. I'm like, there's a small chance that, I didn't see that Better Glasses had hit it yet. So I'm like, maybe, just maybe, this is new information.
Yeah.
So I gathered the new. Oh, well, at first I was like, is this worth saying anything? Is there anything new here? So I scanned it, and there was.
Yep.
Which the biggest thing I believe from the poster for me,
Yeah.
logistically, is like we get a release schedule,
Yes.
and we're getting 2 episodes first,
Yes.
so we know we can like, especially for you, how you're going to
Right.
spend your next couple months.
So, yeah, it was in the caption, I think, right? Is where it said, starting July 16th, we're going to release 2 episodes and then 1 episode per week, which takes us all the way until September. And I'll be honest, I don't really think of September as summer. So some people were like kind of making a joke like, "Oh man, like it's the summer/fall of
Although, you
That
know
Yearning Penny.
that summer officially goes until September 22nd.
We looked this up. And do you happen to know when the finale date is?
September 22nd,
September 17th.
917,
917.
the area code for New York City, I believe.
Is it really?
I think so.
Oh, you would know. Um, which shout I told you this, but shout out our friend Nina who let me know that some other friends on TikTok who also got it from somebody else. So I don't know where this originates. It is definitely not my original thought, but one of the pretties was like, okay, so the season finale or the series finale is going to be on September 17th, which is technically 9/17. And if you go back to season 1, episode 5, when Belly texts Conrad the day after they have their almost kiss on 4th of July, she like takes all this time to send the perfect text or whatever and ends up being like good morning sunshine emoji. And the time that she sends it on the phone is 9:17 a.m. I don't know if that's reading too much into it or if Jenny Han is a freaking genius.
I would say it's very good of someone to catch that,
I mean, yeah.
but it does seem a little bit
You think
like,
it's coincidental. You don't think
yeah,
it's like
yeah, I do.
purposeful.
Yeah, it just seems like far away.
Hopefully we'll find out.
Hmm.
Yeah, hopefully we find out because there's so many things that Jenny has revealed to us has been very purposeful.
Right.
Like how Belly's hair is done in the dead ball was supposed to be like Juliet from the movie. How Belly's sweater was actually supposed to be reminiscent of Roy Gilmore's sweater. So there's a whole thing there. So she's crafty, man. And
Do you want me to play devil's advocate for a second?
yeah.
Okay. When they were making season one, they weren't expecting a season two and three.
Yeah, but after the fact, all you're picking is the date that the finale comes out.
But you'd also have to, that affects the entire schedule. So if
Right.
you're deconstructing it from 9 and 17,
Mm.
then if it was on a Sunday, then you'd be like, oh shit, we got to drop episodes on Sunday.
Sure.
I hope it is. I hope there is some cool stuff like that because that stuff is super interesting.
Yeah. We'll have to find a way to verify it. Jenny Han on the podcast.
Yeah. What do
Right.
you think? What had we said the schedule would be? I think I at one point said like 3 episodes first and then weekly on Fridays. It's obviously wrong.
Yeah.
What do you, are you happy with this release schedule?
I am happy with the release schedule. So, so I just thought it was catchy that season 2 they called it Summer Fridays. Right? It was like kind of like a in Charlottesville here, they have like a thing called Fridays after 5, right? Like Friday is just like for everyone who works a normal 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, Friday is like the day. It's the beginning of the weekend. So
Mhm.
Summer Fridays just felt good and like cute and catchy. Except that what we then found out, because if you may recall, and I had to re-look this up, for Prime Video shows,
Oh
they
yeah.
release, yeah, so they release their shows based on I think it's I know Greenwich is how you say it like in the States, but like is it Greenwich? Anyway, so they base it off of that. So when they say that it comes out on Wednesday, July 17th, like for us, if you're in the United States on the East Coast, it comes out Tuesday at 8 p.m. So then any other US pretties, you can do your Central Time, Mountain Time, and Pacific Time switch, but it's really Tuesday.
Right.
So Wednesday was kind of like, hump day. Okay.
Hump day.
Yeah. Um, but Tuesday is a little bit odd to me.
Well,
Like what other show? Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like This Is Us, when we used to watch This Is Us, I think that was Tuesdays. Tuesdays isn't bad. It's just interesting.
yeah.
Like you were saying the Sunday thing, and like Sunday,
Sunday evening used to be primetime
yeah,
television, like HBO,
right.
especially shows on HBO,
Yep.
8 p.m. on Sunday, like
Yeah.
the prime spot.
So some people would ask about that. So, if you're in the United States, it's technically Tuesday. So like the date that you want to circle on your calendar is July
15th.
15th.
That's how it went last year. I don't know if they're
You
gonna
mean
last
last season?
season.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of like them taking that away from us because all their press says the 16th.
Yeah, but all their press, so I went back, all their press for the second season also said the Friday date, and they called it Summer Fridays,
But I
and it
feel like we
wasn't
weren't
Friday.
so hip to that this early then. We didn't know about that early release thing back then.
Well, I knew about it because I looked it up, and it said that all original Prime things release based on whatever that time zone is. That says most streaming services out there follow standard release schedule. However, Prime Video standard release time for its titles is 12 a.m. GMT. And then it has listed, I'm going to post this. I did this for season 2 for people. But it says East Coast in the US, 8 p.m. ET, the evening before release date.
Standard release time is used to ensure a consistent global release schedule for their content.
Yeah.
GMT,
Mm-hmm.
now largely superseded by UTC, was historically established as the world's time standard, particularly for maritime navigation and mapping. So,
There you go.
so that's good
So
news. That's definitely good news.
it is great news. Um, And what all of this has allowed for us to do is to sit down and figure out what our release schedule is going to be. So
We talked about it,
we talked about it. There's going to be a post about it.
right?
Should we let everyone know?
Well, I'm gonna wing it. You tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So, first looks Tuesday. We will record a instant reaction for Patreon immediately after, like just 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Not
Just like
not
just like very initial gut
yeah.
reactions, probably unfiltered, unedited up on
Yes,
Patreon.
up on Patreon. Wednesday, record the official reaction podcast.
Yep.
Re-
Reaction review, the things that we
Right.
always do.
Release that Thursday morning.
Yep.
Okay. Sometime over the weekend, record the prediction episode for the next one.
We call those our preview episodes.
Yep. And then drop that on Monday.
Monday.
So Monday and Thursday will be the podcast release dates, and then Patreon will get an extra bonus,
Episode.
like
Like
instant reaction on the night of the each episode comes out.
amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, super exciting. This is the busy, exciting time of it all. We got American Eagle merch coming out next week, I think.
This week.
This week.
This week. So
Vicky, this is the closest to criminal I've ever seen Vicky. She was like asking me how we could get early access to this merch.
okay.
Like, do you think we could like
Bribe them.
break in?
I okay. These are the thoughts in my head. It's kind of like the scene when Belly and Jer are doing a plan of attack when they're going to see Aunt Julia.
Yeah, charm offensive.
Right. And so there's the charm offensive, but Belly's like murder. Like she's like naming things and she's like just like murder. So anyway, the other thing that I released is the Road to Summer 2025, which we've been lovingly calling the run up to July 16th, which I guess now is 15th. But here are the things that we're going to release. So this is going to release on Monday, the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
Then the AE merch release. I dropped this in stories because Casey had to do a little bit of digging on our behalf
Right.
to figure out that the AE merch is going to drop on Wednesday of this week. So Wednesday of this week,
Not every store is getting it.
not every store is getting it. Online will definitely be getting it. So keep your eyes peeled Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I don't know when they're going to release like the commercials and the promo
Right.
and all that stuff, but that stuff's coming. I plan to be there scooping up all kinds of gear, and then we are going to do a very quick emergency. We kind of already know about it, but we're going to release an emergency that night. Quick episode. The This Love Fanfic Book Club finale, that's going to drop right before July 4th, so that's going to be July 2nd. Then we're going to do our crystal ball and our predictions episode, which is going to be July 7th. And then we have what we in the past would call our last call episode, and that's going to be the live one. That's a part of Better with Glasses Fest. So if you're there live, obviously you'll get it early, but we're gonna release that
When we
the
get back.
Monday before
Yeah.
season 3.
Sweet.
So
Any takeaways on
yes.
the poster?
So
Let me
okay.
pull it up
So
here.
what we're gonna do is I want
Let's go back and forth.
yeah, I want initial reactions to the poster. And then earlier this morning, I put up a sticker question and a mailbag question regarding the release schedule, regarding the poster, and we're going to answer those.
All right, let me try and find this. Um,
Initial reaction.
Initial reaction was Taylor and Billy look great.
Okay. Like you like their outfits?
Yeah, those look beautiful.
Okay.
Uh,
Initial reaction from me is that Belly is wearing the same dress and necklace that she is wearing in the last shot of the trailer when she's like theoretically walking down the aisle, except her hair is down here.
okay. Second thought was I really like the staging. The chairs match the hydrangeas, match the clothes, match the sky. I want to think that this is on-site real,
Okay.
but I wonder if any of it is.
Superimposed.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's an interesting thought. Like, I do wonder if this is what the wedding setup will look
you
like.
can't fake the chairs and the table and all that stuff, but like the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if they're gonna have those wine glasses as part of their wedding. And I don't even know which wedding this is, honestly. So
Right.
we'll talk about that. But um, we've got blue hydrangeas. So we've had a lot of red commentary. We obviously had Belly with the white hydrangeas behind her in the very, very first poster that we saw. But here we've got our blue Susanna hydrangeas back, which, by the way, we also had those exact same flowers as our wedding flowers, if you recall.
Um, Another thing, Sour Patch Kids back in the chat.
Yes, on the official.
They said, "Yup."
All right, what else you got?
I think that is worthy of a comment.
That is worthy of comment. I commented. I
What is yours? Like
given
worthy of that was being me, and now it's your turn.
oh, I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off here because if you look at the official The Summer I Turned Pretty comment, you'll find the Better with Glasses comment, which is the one that I made. Um, of the two guys, there is one in particular that looks more groom-ish than the other. So Conrad out here looking like he is the groom. He's
Yeah,
got his full suit, he's got tie done nicely, and he's got his suit jacket buttoned.
it's not to say Jer's outfit couldn't be a wedding deal,
But
but I thought Jer looked more like 11 p.m. on a wedding day, kind of a little bit ruffled, I would
mhm.
say, and like not beaming with happiness.
It's interesting, right? So I don't think any of them are beaming with happiness. So that's like another thought. It's
I'd
like
say
no one's happy here.
Taylor's got a little smile on there.
No, her face is like annoyed.
Uh,
It's the
but like
quintessential Taylor
it's
annoyed
the
face.
Taylor annoyed, like, but underneath is like, guys love me.
Right, I gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Moving right along here. Did you see that the Summer I Turned Pretty has an official comment in their comment section?
What was it?
Okay. This person said, one episode every week is insane. I need all of them on July
I
16th. And you know what the Summer I Turned Pretty said? Don't you guys want a big yearning summer? Yearning summer in all caps.
I have seen that. They replied to a couple of them actually, but
Oh yeah, they did.
yeah.
It's well known that an episode a week is good for the soul.
It is good for the soul. I mean, honestly, like we joke, but I wouldn't know what to do with myself if like I would be completely out of commission. If they actually did release all 11 episodes is 11 hours of television that I would sit and watch over and over and over and over again.
Unhealthy.
Unhealthy, and it would almost be like too much and then it would just all be over.
No, facts. I mean, this is like the only way to do it. Like
Yeah. And then the other thing too is I was talking to some of the fans of
running a
the
business here.
I was talking to some of the fans of the podcast and they were like, "Well, they're like I like kind of like the anticipation of what's going to happen and old school
This
cliffhangers."
is how TV used to be.
No, exactly. And also, mind you, I like doing our prediction and preview episodes.
Yeah, love them.
Because sometimes I will go back and listen to some of the ones that we've done. And like some of the ones from season two, we were like so off base. Like what we thought was going to happen and what actually ended up happening were wildly different. So, that's just it makes it more special, I think, when that's the case.
Big facts.
So, okay.
Last reaction here on the old poster.
Well, all right. Somebody else made a comment that um, Conrad is always looking at Belly. So, like, Jared's looking at the camera, Belly's looking at the camera, Steven and Taylor are looking at each other, and then Conrad's looking at Belly. In the last poster that released in the pool, it was very similar. Like, everybody was looking right at the camera, except Conrad was looking at Belly.
Have we talked about
So,
all the new characters that?
we have not. Well, yes,
Okay.
sort of. We know the new actors that are in
There's a
it.
ton of new
Yeah,
actors.
but we don't know what they or who they play.
Okay, we'll get to that later, like in the future.
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, your boy Steven looks kind of disheveled too. Like nobody really looks like they're ready for a wedding except for Conrad
Conrad and
and
Belly.
Belly. Yeah.
You
But
can
even
say
Belly.
Taylor is. Come on.
Okay, but also Belly's like angry. Belly looks like I think so here's my hot take. Because people are like, when she's walking down the aisle, is that really the wedding? And my thought is no. Like, don't brides wear white? Like, people getting married. Like, doesn't the bride wear white when she's going out on the town with bachelorette parties, right? Brides wear white. And technically, couldn't she be wearing white to like her engagement dinner or the rehearsal dinner or something like that?
These are definitely professional scent throwers.
Like these
Throwing the scents all over the place, trying
Yeah,
to
like
get everyone confused.
this is not Belly's wedding dress. Or this is her cheap wedding dress for wedding number one, let's say.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I'm feeling about that. Um, but our boy Conrad's suit is fire. Fire flames. I like the light blue with the navy tie.
Definitely crisp.
Yeah. I mean
Um,
Jer's suit is nice too. Like that light blue.
I'm gonna say it's a black tie because his shoes are black.
You think?
Yep. And Jared's, if
Interesting.
I remember, Jared's wearing brown shoes,
Right. Right.
which I like Jared's fit too. I love
No, Jer's fit is dope
I
too.
love the suit with the white shirt but no tie, open up a little bit.
Yeah, but that looks like wedding guest, not
Right.
groom. Unless it's like,
Beach wedding.
unless it's like in the book when he's all dressed for his wedding, but he kind of runs away to the garden
Bro.
and
Bro.
what?
I know we're not going to talk about it officially,
Hmm.
but there was like some content that you showed me
Hmm.
that had like characters saying, "What shoes do you think of when you hear the Summer I Turn Pretty? What song do you think of when you hear the Summer I Turn Pretty?" And a lot of the people in that content were some of the new characters,
Yeah.
right? And there's a white dude at the end.
Yeah.
I bet that's Redbird.
Okay. At the end of what?
That content piece that you showed me.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I bet that's Redbird.
Maybe. Maybe he has like a bigger role than
For sure, he's the best man in the potential wedding with them.
okay. He's not the best man. Conrad, well, okay.
Well, they're like, I remember in the book, there's a lot of discussion of Redbird.
Right, but there's also a lot of discussion where Jer like is trying to choose the best man and Belly's like, it's Conrad. It has to be Conrad. He's your brother. And it becomes super awkward. And then he's like, oh, it could be Steven. So, anyway. I think in the book he settles on like, oh, it'll be Steven and Conrad. But yeah, he does try to invite all of his fraternity brothers to the wedding.
Is that Tanner Zagarino?
Yes, that's him.
Yeah, I believe he's seeing that thing.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Because there's only one dude. I'm like, who could that be? And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that Redbird makes sense.
Yep.
Unless it's like a Stanford friend. But that guy kind of had Redbird energy.
He does kind of have Redbird energy. So, all right. Let's hit some mailbag questions.
Damn.
Don't read the names. Don't
Kind of a
bother reading the
surprise
names.
mailbag.
Yeah.
KCP Sports sent one in.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about season three Staler so far?
Ooh, I'm gonna let you answer that one first. Like based on everything that we know, what are your thoughts on season three Sailor?
It's gonna go like this. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's what I know.
And for anybody who's not watching on
Oh yeah,
YouTube,
sorry. Up, down, up, down.
yeah.
Going up, down, up, down.
I think that season three Sailor, they already said that it's going to be like rocky. I think that they have a lot of issues. I think they break up and get back together a lot. And I think that they will be broken up officially pretty early in season three. And then there will also be a little journey of them coming back to each other.
Sure.
And they haven't been estranged the way that Belly and Conrad have been. So I'm not saying like it's a through line for that plot. I think that they'll have their own little mini drama and having to work through issues. And it does feel like for those two, they're the type of like fiery couple where they break up and get back together. If they're broken up at all to begin the season or early in the season, they're the type that would have trouble going back to being friends. Like it's
Sure.
probably like a lot of snarkiness back and forth and stuff like that.
Will they release episode titles? Will they? And if they do, when? Two
Ah,
different questions.
we're running out of time. So I think that they will because they have to. I I mean, AE merch is coming out this week. I think they could do it at the end of this week. I think they will at the end of this week. You guys love it when I try to put my thoughts into the world and manifest things. So hopefully that's what I get to manifest this
I was
week.
hoping they would. So on IMDb, they do have the episode dates for each and every episode.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I was hoping they might leak a little bit of titles in here, but they have not.
Nope.
Why do you think we're getting just two episodes to start?
So if you believe
Was it last year, two episodes? Last season, two
it
episodes as
was
well?
three.
Hmm.
So if you believe the 917 theory, that would be a clean way to do it. Like, okay, we're gonna release it on Wednesdays, and if we start at 917 and go backwards, how many do we have to lump together at the beginning to have the end? That's one theory. That's not my theory. Um, I don't I it just feels right. I think it's like a popular thing that shows do. Like when we find a new show, it's usually like the first two episodes.
Right. What do you think could be the cliffhanger? This is another question, kind of. Come on.
Cliffhanger. So a bunch of people asked this question. So can you clarify? Is it the cliffhanger of the end of the second
Yeah, yeah,
episode
yeah, yeah.
or the end of the first episode?
Second. Because it's going to be like,
Yeah.
"Huh." Can I go?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, it seems like a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they'll probably accentuate the wedding planning and stuff. So I think episode two, cliffhanger, w- will you marry me?
Ooh, you think the Will You Marry Me won't happen until the end of episode two? Okay.
I think there's some marriage conversation. Maybe they're not bringing it to the table for the family yet, but maybe there's a question being asked, or maybe it's they found out about the cheating.
Hmm. I think they're gonna find out about the cheating at the end of episode one.
Oh, damn.
And then I think you're right. Maybe like something that has to do with the wedding.
Isn't that like halfway through the book?
What?
That,
Cheating?
yeah.
No, it's in the first like five chapters
Oh, okay.
of a 50 some chapter book.
Do you think those are really Belly's wedding shoes?
No. Do you need to go back and reference the shoes? She's in like strappy gladiator
I
sandals.
I was gonna say gladiator.
Yeah. No, that's why I don't even think it's Belly's wedding dress.
Who leaves whom at the altar?
That's a great question. Um, so that assumes that they get as far as to the altar. In the book, as we know, they don't even go through with like the day. I think they call it off before there's any walking down the aisle. Like that shot of Belly at the end of the trailer, I think that that is a dream sequence. Because they got us with that in season one. I'm sorry, in season two.
Any significance to Jer and Belly being the only ones looking straight ahead?
Ooh, I guess Jelly fans could be like, oh,
Yeah, they're looking to
they're
the
the two.
future.
Yeah, they're the two that are looking straight on. I guess.
There's always these little Easter eggs. Conrad fans are obviously saying, "Hey, Conrad's
He's
looking
looking
at
at,
her."
yeah,
So this could be the same thing. Like, hey, Jer and Belly are
looking
looking
forward, not at the wreckage behind them.
right. Um, there's one in
I mean,
here.
I'm sure, like, we just keep going back to it, but yes, I think that everything is very calculated with this show. So, do I think it means something? I do think it means something. What it means, I have no idea.
Want to hear more about meeting Gavin and Chris? We will talk about that.
Oh,
Certainly,
what did that person say? Like something like, "Don't hold out on
don't
us.
leave us hanging.
Don't leave us hanging."
We won't. For now, we will, but
We won't.
we won't.
Yeah.
We will certainly talk about that down the road. If S1 is all three, if season one is all
It's
three,
what you were saying. If season one is technically all three books in one because they didn't know they were going to get the
yeah.
rest, now the question is,
Could Wedding Belly shot from trailer be her looking at Conrad a la Deb Dance?
it was a similar shot. So like when Belly is like, yeah, right when the music starts and you have that close up of Belly in the frame and Conrad is walking towards her, it is shot very similarly. So kudos to you for pointing that out. Maybe. So if that's a okay, so if I am right and that actually is a dream sequence, kind of like in season one, you know how Belly was like in bed with one guy and
Oh
then
yeah.
it flipped to the other guy? So it could be Belly having a dream that she's walking down the aisle to one person and then it changes to somebody else. And depending on who's who in the scenario, like that probably freaks her out the same way that it did in season one. That would be cool. Okay.
Is this what you do all day?
That was asked by KCP Sports, and
Yes.
yes. We only have 3 weeks left, and like I honestly I can't concentrate on many other things.
There are so many, there's a lot of things here. A lot of people asked about the cliffhanger. Like five people asked about the cliffhanger in episode
See,
two.
okay, so episode two cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I think the episode two cliffhanger is either going to be the car accident, the Belly and Jer announcing their engagement, or if it moves fast, like the book moves fast, it
Oh.
could also be
Oh.
when Belly and Laurel get into that huge, huge fight, and Belly decides to go to Cousins, and Jared calls her and says, Conrad's at the house in Cousins.
Car accident is a really good take
Yeah.
because that's big.
Right. So,
For the trailer, it does look like that's happening.
yeah, but they put it at the end of the trailer. And I know that just because it's at the end of the trailer doesn't necessarily mean that, like, it happens at the end. But there are a lot of people who think that's, well, not a lot of people.
People were posting articles and shit.
Teen Vogue posted an article that's like, "Will Steven make it?" And people think that they're gonna kill off Steven. And I'm
That would
like,
be super fucking dark for the show.
that was that would just be a swerve that didn't need to
I mean,
happen.
honestly, him getting in a car accident is dark.
Right. Yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah.
That's dark. But
But I think what they're doing is they're playing it against what you said Taylor said, which is like not everybody gets to be with the person that they love. And then Belly at the end saying, life's too short. Like, life's too short not to spend it with the person that you love. Now, life's too short. Like, everybody dies in the show. Not everybody, but like,
what?
Susanna has already
Oh,
passed
okay, yeah,
away.
true.
So, like, saying life's too short could also be tying back to Susanna. I don't think that they also need to kill off Steven. And also, please, Jenny, don't have killed off Steven because Steven didn't get a lot of shine in the book, and I love him. I love how fully fleshed out his character is. Please
To
don't
be
kill him.
fair,
I don't think they will.
it's already done. So if they did, she can't go change it now.
I know. She's not going to change it on my behalf anyway, but there we have it.
Thank you,
Oh,
everyone.
is that it?
Yeah, I mean, there was literally like five people asking about
Oh boy.
the cliffhangers and the titles and the times. We already covered the times.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Why Wednesdays? I like a Thursday night release. Remember, your Thursday was because you're in the United States and it was actually Friday. So it's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. I don't know if you like that better, but that's your answer to that. Do we know what time they're coming out yet? Yeah, just look up GMT time and then figure out what that means for your time zone. Um, what else? Um, Ooh, what do you think the episode titles will be? So I'm, ironically, I'm wearing the tour shirt and I'm wearing the season two tour shirt. So it's called the Love Tour.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then the season one was the Summer Tour. So the question, hun, is what will the third season word be?
Always.
Always. What's another word it could be? Forever.
There was summer, right?
So there was summer, there was love.
I'm sticking with always.
Always. Okay, Casey's vote is always.
So I did find the season three writers list for all the episodes. Jenny Han has a couple of credits on here. She's obviously the creator of the show, but
The
like
showrunner.
writing the teleplay and all that is different. She's got a co-teleplay credit on the finale as well as episode five. So
Okay.
episode five could be very important, that would tell me.
Yeah.
All right. Um, Sarah Kuksurka, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. She is the one who wrote the last episode of season two,
Oh.
and she also is a co-writer on the finale in season three.
Oh, she wrote Crazy Conrad.
And she is all
And she that means she helped write the really nice I'm sorry. Well, yeah, Belly Jersey, but also Conrad Jersey at the vending machine.
yeah, and she's got a full credit here for episode eight in season three. She is best known. She won a big award for her work on Ugly Betty.
Oh,
If anyone likes Ugly Betty, Jenny Zhang.
I know that name.
Yep, she's written some episodes before. She wrote the first episode of season two last
Okay.
year. So it's on Wikipedia if you want to look at it. It's not great podcast material, but go check it out if you.
Now I'm so interested about what episode 5 is gonna
All
be.
these writers are like young adult, like book writers, fiction, young adult fiction writers. It's kind of interesting to me.
Yeah.
It's
But
fun.
now I'm wondering about season. So, okay, so that's the mid-season cliffhanger. Whatever it is the mid-season cliffhanger, right? Because it's
Yeah.
11 episodes. We get two to start. So midway through is episode 5, and Jenny had her little hands in that one.
Yeah, there's a dude writer on season three. There's been a few dudes prior. Speed Weed, remember him?
He was
But
a he wasn't a writer, was he?
mhm.
Oh,
Doug Stockstill, he's got episode four teleplay.
okay.
So check it out on Wikipedia. Kind of interesting. I'm looking to find somewhere that might have leaked these titles 'cause I know they're out there somewhere.
See, just not just me, criminal activity. Just
It's not
digging, digging,
criminal.
digging, digging, digging.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, guys.
Thank you all the new Patreons. Appreciate you guys. If you love the show, leave a rating on Spotify or Apple. Super duper appreciate that. Helps us out. Questions, comments, concerns at Better with Glasses Pod on Instagram, betterwithglassespod@gmail.com if you want to shoot us a note. I saw all the comments on our YouTube stuff. You guys really ran that last episode up, the trailer reaction on YouTube, and that's
What we're looking for.
really cool.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Y'all are the best. We're coming into the busy, exciting time. For those of you who have committed to Better with Glasses Fest,
Thank you.
big love, and I can't wait to see you.
Um, and we are so excited to be first in line for the AE March, which we think is going to drop on Wednesday. Given that it does, we will hit you guys back up with an emergency podcast to talk about all the cool things that we picked up. One of your favorite shirts is still that creamsicle
The
color.
orange one.
It's the Cousins rowing shirt
Thank
that
you.
Conrad wears in navy blue, but it's in orange, and I think Gavin wears it in one of their like promo photo shoots.
Joker's fire.
He loves it. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time.